This is Allie Havens reporting for Free Keene TV. I'm standing here in front of Ashwellet Park, one of the few places Ian Freeman is still allowed to be. He and others have been issued no trespassing orders for multiple places around town. So I'm sitting here with Ian Freeman from freekeene.com. Where did this all start? When was the first incident?
I guess the first one would be at the jail back in 2010 when we had the Trespass of 12. Where a dozen folks were arrested, and most of us hadn't been told we had to leave. So that would have been the first time we were banned for a year at that time. So it goes back to then. And
where all have you been banned?
Currently I'm banned, excluding the jail, because I'm no longer banned from the jail, that year's up. I'm currently banned from Monadnock Regional High School, from all Keene School District properties, including the administrative building, from at 6 a.m. or 6:30 in the morning to 6:30 at night, and then also all New Hampshire liquor store properties, the Cheshire Superior Courthouse, the entire property, so including the parking lot.
Constantly asking them questions and trying to intimidate them.
Whoa, intimidation.
It's like getting broader and broader.
Get bigger, okay? So I'm just telling you guys, just keep your distance, let them. They're not working anymore.
Are you saying asking questions is intimidating?
They're not working anymore.
So if I ask someone a question...
Part of the statute is how you feel. If you feel fearful for your life,
well, in that case, I felt intimidated and fearful for my life yesterday when Tebow went in a rage and drugged people out of a courtroom by handcuffs. Am I allowed to bring this camera inside?
No.
So what do you expect me to do when I need to ask one of these people a question about what they did?
Get approved.
Get approved by who?
Get in. The court system.
By the same people I want to ask questions. I have every intention of, as a member of the press, asking a public official about actions they did.
I understand that.
In the course of their duty. That is my right.
We will keep that in mind, okay?
Also, the most recently, let's see, I'm going to lose track of them all. There's another one that I just got at Keene State College as well for a year. So some of those are forever, and some of those are just for a year.
So who have been the complaining parties in these orders? I assume it's different people in different orders, and what are they complaining about?
The funny thing is, a lot of the orders don't actually specify anything about reasons. There's only one of them that actually mentions the reason for the ban, and that is the Cheshire Superior Courthouse, where they claim that I'm banned for persistent harassment. We presume, because during the holiday season we were singing some chronic carols from the Shire Choir out in the parking lot, and video recording and asking questions of the bureaucrats as they were coming and going to work.
We're here at the Cheshire Superior Court to do some chronic caroling.
Go smoke your weed somewhere else. Get out of here.
Decent folks living right.
You guys have to leave.
So we presume that's what they're intending to ban us for, because it happened right around that time, but persistent harassment.
The four of you are due to your persistent harassment of court personnel.
Harassment?
You are prohibited from entering onto or remaining on county property here at 12 Court Street.
You're saying if I want to come watch a public trial, I have to call you and ask permission first?
Correct.
And the others don't specify any reasons. It doesn't appear officially on the order, but we can speculate as to the reasons. The Keene State College is because I was there with a megaphone and previously had been there with flyers. They had threatened me when I was there with flyers, saying that not even students are allowed to pass out flyers on their own campus.
To be issued a no trespassing order, I would assume that you would have to be harassing someone or getting in someone's way or damaging property of some kind, and in what instances has that occurred?
None. There's no evidence of any victims or anything like that. This is just targeting people because of a certain viewpoint, a political stance, if you will, that the people in the seats of power don't much care for. But everything's legal until they get beaten down by their own system. So they can ban whoever they want from wherever they want, and unless I have the resources, and I personally don't, nor do I want to allocate them in this way, but to spend a bunch of time and money going through their court system to try to get their Supreme Court to basically say, hey, you can't do this stuff.
So you haven't gone through the process of challenging any of these orders, or have you found your own way to challenge them?
I am, there's a couple folks that are kind of helping out behind the scenes. There's a former law enforcement officer who is kind of helping maybe get some sort of a hearing from the Liquor Commission. I don't know where that's going to go. I don't expect it to go anywhere. But also there is an attorney who's interested specifically in the college case. I haven't really had a chance to tell him about the rest of it. Well, I've already been arrested for trespassing at the courthouse when I attempted to go and just simply go to probate court. I had some business with the court, and I actually had official court papers in my hands as I walked in. And there's a video of this at freekeene.com.
I'm here on official business, and I contacted.
Come on, guys.
Mike. Hang on just 1 second. I talked to Mike last.
At least it's slight common courtesy.
The sheriff. He says to me, the sheriff's going to come out and talk to you. He never came out. Well, I wasn't there, and then I saw you a few days later, and I said, hey, I never heard from him. I never heard from him, and then you said, I said, well, would you put him in touch with me? And you said you would. He never called me. He's got my number. Hey, do I have to come with you? Or
Yes, you are coming right now. It's under arrest.
You guys are ridiculous.
But, so I've already been arrested for trespassing, currently facing 21 months in jail as a result of that. So at this time, I really can't afford to do any further civil disobedience, or it'll just make things a lot worse.
All right, well, thanks for being with us today, Ian. During my investigation, I sat down with a couple of the activists who've been issued these no trespassing orders to find out what they think of the orders, why they were issued, and what can be done about it. So I'm sitting here with Jason Talley from Talley TV, and he's been issued no trespassing orders for Superior Court and the New Hampshire liquor stores.
That's right.
When were they given to you?
I just received the liquor store order recently, I would say within the past couple of weeks, but that I don't even know why that is. I don't do business with the liquor store. I'm boycotting them.
Somebody had the brilliant idea of having a demonstration here, pointing out the irony, the hypocrisy of the state controlling the liquor business here in New Hampshire, while at the same time outlawing other drugs, such as marijuana.
It's state-run. I have sung in liquor stores in protest against the state of New Hampshire's war on drugs, war on peaceful people against drugs. Specifically, somebody they currently have in one of their cages, Nurse Patricia Smith.
Patricia Smith, and my trial starts today.
Don't you want to help me? Tell me what to do. Help me find a way.
What are you on trial for?
Growing marijuana.
Are you a peaceful person? Have you ever hurt anybody?
I'm a nurse. I worked in Eyre all my life.
I figure if the state of New Hampshire does that, and the state of New Hampshire owns the liquor store, then if I can peacefully protest with a song, I'm not doing anything nearly as bad as what the state did to that poor woman. Why do they ban me? They certainly didn't like my message.
You were also banned from Superior Court. What was that about?
I have been going to courthouses to report on matters. One of the Supreme Court justices for the New Hampshire Supreme Court said that the courts are one of the least understood branches of government, the judicial branch. And so not only have I been arrested for having a camera in their facilities, but there's been court orders tightening up the restrictions on what can be covered inside their buildings. So as a protest, people went outside and they sang songs. The government hasn't really explained why they gave me the trespassing order. It could have been for some of my reporting, but it might have been related to the singing as well.
Well, there you have it, folks. That's Jason Talley from Talley TV. Thanks for being with us, Talley.
No problem.
I'm joined here by Pete Eyre from copblock.org. His no trespassing order from Superior Court in Keene, New Hampshire. What happened that day?
Well, I went out to do some outreach with some friends, and almost immediately I was approached by a couple individuals wearing badges and was told that I would be arrested for trespass if I didn't leave the parking lot. And initially I questioned, what have I done? And I was told they weren't going to answer any questions and to quit pushing the envelope.
Morning, guys. How you guys?
Don't go in the parking lot, okay? Pushing the envelope. You're not allowed in here serving the pamphlets and stuff, okay?
Why is that?
Because I'm telling you right now, you're not going there.
Well, is the
Okay.
parking lot?
Where? What?
Is the parking lot public property?
Well, when I tell you that you can't be in there, you're not allowed in there anymore, okay?
Well, do you work for me or do I work for you? I'm
I work
asking.
for the county, okay?
And I'm asking
I'm
you, is
telling
this
you now,
public property?
you're hereby being noticed that
If you come in here, you'll be trespassing and arrested.
If
okay?
I walk on the parking lot?
Yes.
You're gonna put me in a cage for taking a step on
Yep.
public property?
Yep.
Why is that? Is this fascist
No, it's not.
USSA right now?
I'm letting you know, okay?
And I said, so you're going to arrest me if you're going to put me in a cage if I take one step onto a public property? And I was told, yep. And I said, so does that apply to anybody today or just myself? And they just, went inside, said, we're not going to answer your questions, and it was very confrontational.
Excellent. Eyre, everyone, from copblock.org. I'm here with Darryl Perry. Where are you from, Darryl?
Originally from Birmingham, Alabama. Most recently lived in San Antonio, Texas, before coming up to the Shire.
Recently, since you've been in the Shire, Keene State College issued a no trespassing order to you and Ian Freeman. Why were you given this order?
It was my first time on campus. I had not even been on campus more than 15 minutes at the most.
Jason Short has pulled us over, is preparing trespass orders against Darryl and myself for the college.
So are we banned forever? Just for a year?
You have to call the director.
Actually, I've got a few different no trespasses that are forever.
Well, I heard.
Yeah. Is that funny to you? Because is that not supposed to be that way?
Well, I guess different places have different ways.
I see.
Was never given a warning to leave campus, was never asked to leave campus by any campus official or by Keene PD. And I am banned for 1 year from ever going to the campus of Keene State College.
Because of your association with a man with a bullhorn.
That is my assumption. I was never actually told that, and it's not in writing on the no trespass order that I was given.
All right. I'm here with Kelly Voluntaryist from naturalbornanarchist.com. So, Kelly, you have been issued no trespassing orders for which places?
For the Cheshire County Superior Court, for the Monadnock High School in Swansea, and for the entire Keene School District.
The Superior Court no trespassing order, what was the situation like there? What were you doing, and when were you issued the order?
Back in December, I was arrested for not standing up for Judge Arnold in court. I was arrested along with Jason Talley. That afternoon of our arrest, Adamo Freeman, Ian Freeman, and several other activists went to the courthouse and started asking the bureaucrats questions as they left, and recording them and singing peace carols.
Just asking, who have I harassed here?
That have left here, and you're stupid singing that you're
when you tell somebody
Singing stupid.
somebody else.
Thank you for that opinion. I appreciate that. As an elected official, I don't appreciate this attitude, and I don't appreciate your demeanor, and I don't appreciate the threats.
You're criminal trespassing, so you have to leave.
I don't appreciate you getting up in my...
We went back there several times over the holidays to sing peace carols and to just welcome the bureaucrats to work and, ask how they felt about some of the things that were going on in the court. I think it was right around the 1st of January when we received no trespass orders for the whole Cheshire County Superior Court building.
Who gave you this order?
It was the Sheriff Richard Foote of Cheshire.
So he gave you an order saying you have to ask me if you would like to come onto this property again?
Yes, which is essentially the executive branch of government banning me from the judicial branch of government, which is completely unconstitutional.
What was your intention in doing this activism?
I simply wanted to reach out to some of the people that worked there at the courthouse and to, get them to think about, their job, their actions.
Are you considering legal action?
I am considering legal action. I've looked into filing a federal lawsuit against the Cheshire County Sheriff's Department.
Do you think this is going to be a pervasive tactic used by the city to try to squelch free speech?
Well, considering the Cheshire County Superior Courthouse is one of 3 places public places that I've been banned from, yeah, I do. I think it is a tactic, and I think they're trying to make us go away, but I'm not going anywhere, so...
What do you think about this issue? Do you think the activists advocating for an unpopular message should be banned from certain public property? Do you think that there should be limits to freedom of speech? Send your comments to tv@freekeene.com. This is Allie Havens with FKTV Reports.
For me, this situation is just indicative of, again, this arbitrary criminal injustices.
More people need to speak up.